Hi, welcome to AskJay. I'm Jay Adelson, here to answer your questions about starting businesses and what to do and what not to do. Certainly, I have to make a disclaimer that I have failed many times, and I would certainly advise everyone else to fail. So please take my advice with a grain of salt and don't blame me if things don't go well. Wait, did I just say that on camera? Okay, anyway, never mind. So let's get started. I'm Jay Adelson, and I'm the founder and chairman of Revision 3. I've built a number of companies. I've been hired as a CEO, and I've even been fired as one. For example, Equinix is a company I took public in 2000 and now has a market cap of over $4 billion. In 2008, I was incredibly honored to have been selected as one of Time Magazine's most influential people in the world. My goal is to pass on some of this knowledge to you, the budding entrepreneurs, and hopefully leave you with some words of wisdom. This episode of Ask Jay is brought to you by Audible. Today's question comes from Josh in Atlanta, who asks, I have a meeting scheduled with a VC. How do I prep? Well, first of all, run screaming into the night. No, I'm kidding. No, really, going to a VC doesn't have to be a tremendously anxiety-provoking experience. Well, yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. I mean, come on. They have these beautiful offices with like gilded walls and all these, they call them tombstones, like of all these billions of dollars they've made from all of these different companies. It's an intimidating experience. So the best prep that you could possibly have for going to visit a VC is just practice talking about your business. Find somebody who you trust, who's got some business knowledge, to poke holes in everything and just destroy you beforehand so that you get used to that sort of banter and back and forth. And then practice in front of a mirror giving your pitch. Remember, the pitch needs to be really easy to understand. I'm not saying venture capitalists are stupid. Well, I'm sure some of them are stupid. No, definitely some of them are stupid. But the point is that some of them are really smart, and you still have to kind of filter it down to the fundamental point. It's kind of like a movie pitch where you have to do it in 30 seconds in an elevator. In a similar way, if you can't explain your business relatively quickly, like in a minute or two, you need to really think hard about whether or not your business plan is ready for a venture capitalist. The other thing about venture capitalists is ask them questions. Write down a list of stuff you want to ask them in your prep, like who else have they invested in? What can they bring you as an investor that another investor couldn't bring? Try and get some sense of what they bring to the table and use that as a way to, forward the conversation. A personal experience I had pitching a VC, I remember my first VC pitch was for Equinix, and I remember vividly feeling this sense of intimidation, sitting in the waiting room outside, wondering what it was going to be like. And I'll tell you, it really wasn't that bad. They get so many first-time entrepreneurs, hundreds of pitches, that they're used to you being a little nervous. And so, I walked in there thinking that it was going to be like a tribunal, something like a dissertation. But it turned out that it just really wasn't that bad. It's more of a conversation. You only have a half hour though, so don't spend too much time chit-chatting. I'll give you some more specifics on how to prep well for a VC meeting in just a second, but first I want to thank our sponsor. Audible.com is the leading provider of downloadable digital audiobooks and spoken word entertainment. With over 75,000 titles, you can find books in every genre, from science fiction, thriller, and drama, to comedy, business, and history. All books can be downloaded to your iPod MP3 player and played back anywhere, anytime. So go to audiblepodcast.com/AskJay to get a free audiobook download of your choice when you sign up today. I know that, for example, I downloaded Good to Great, Why Some Companies Make the Leap and Others Don't by Jim Collins. But you can get any book you like. Just go to audiblepodcast.com/AskJay for your free book. Okay, so today's homework assignment on how to prep for a VC meeting. Start with your presentation deck and get a friend who is really snarky and sarcastic and knows how to push your buttons. And do this presentation over and over and over again with this friend. And remember, tell your friend it's their job to interrupt you on your flow. Because we all, we create these presentations and we think of it sort of like a story we're telling that has like a beginning, middle, and end. Well, what's going to happen is those VCs are going to trip you up. So if you practice giving this pitch in front of this deck and have somebody trip you up over and over again in different places, it really kind of gets you prepared. One of the things that you'll get out of that process is how to really compress your story. So at the beginning of your presentation, you really get the major points out very, very fast, and I mean like in 5 minutes, so that later on, if you can't get to that part of the story because they're asking you a specific question, it's done. And I know, this, you can't practice this enough. Just do that over and over again with your friends, and you'll be fine. Thanks for joining us here today. That's it for the show. Remember to send your questions in to AskJay@revision3.com. Don't be afraid to write something wacky. We love wacky questions. Just keep them coming. And remember, don't be afraid to start your business. Find that screw that's loose and loosen a little bit more. I'll see you later.